Hello everyone, welcome to our first science in the learning Python, this language of programmation. So, in this science we will give you the abroad view of this language, how it is functioning, how its history and everything about this beautiful language. So, introduction to the Python. So, what it is? This guy on the picture is his name is Guido van Rossum. He is a Dutch, so he is the creator of this language. He begins the work or his work on this language on the 1980s. And the first version of this language of Python was released in the 1989. So it is a very old language. It is a very stable language and a very important one because especially its long history. So this is the history. We can also say that this language has many or has been many versions. The 2.0 was released in the 2000, and the final version, which is the 3.0, is released on the 2008. And now in 2022 we are on the 3.9.12. This is the latest version of this language. Good. So what is Python? Python is of course a programmation language. How it is work? So it is a very complex process, but broadly speaking is using what it is known as object oriented programmation. All of this notion we will discuss about them in the future sciences. So what is its philosophy? It has a very good and nice philosophy, which is anecdotally named Zen of Python. So, but official, this is its official name. So, its philosophy is very simple. It has this five principles. Beautiful is better than ugly. So when writing a program or a script program with Python, it is more interesting to write it in a beautiful way. So the second principle is explicit is better than implicit. When you will be writing a script, it is better to write it in an explicit way. So add commands, add notification that explicitly explain what are you doing with this script. The third one is simple is better than complex. So in this language we are always trying to give a simple way to describe or to write something that we are working on. So simple is more important. But if simple is impossible, the fourth principle is complex is better than complicated. Never complicate your work. We can make it complex but not complicated. Please, not complication. And finally, readability counts. So your scripts, your code, your programming writing must be readable. This is an more important thing in this language. So when we say that Python is a language, it is like any other language. It is like English, like French, like Arabic. Yes and no. No, because it's of course it is not made to be spoken. It is although it is a language, we cannot speak with or speak orally with it. So it is a language, but it is not like a human language. It is a programming language or programmation language. It is a language in order to speak with machines, not with humans. So, when we write with this language, with Python, so there is of course syntax and semantics. What is this syntax and semantics in this language? Briefly speaking or broadly speaking, there is indentation. We most of time letting some space when writing some structure in this language, and this we will see it in the future sciences. Statements and flow have or are some structure that we have to respect in order to write it in a good manner, and our machine would be able to interpret it. There is some expression, of course. There is some words that we have and we must to use in this language. There are also what we name methods. It is a special writing with or inside a parenthesis in order to give our statement some speciality, some methods, and of course there is a typing, of course, and arithmetics operation, because programmation is first of all an arithmetic language. So Python in the world is a very famous language. It is used by very or many corporation and societies like Wikipedia, Google, Facebook, NASA, Amazon. It is and it has a big rate of progress nowadays. So it is a very important language. So this is broadly speaking a very broad introduction to this language. In the future sciences we will see how to write our first scripts and how to use it in communicating with our computers and machines. So thank you and see you in the next sciences. Goodbye.